Hi, I'm Leigh from Chef's Armoury, and today I'm going to teach you how to sharpen a chef's knife. Japanese have a fairly strict philosophy about sharpening knives. They look at it as a three-step process. So they look at using three stones. Today we'll be using Japanese water stones. We have the aruto, which is a coarse stone, the nakato, which is a medium stone, and the shiagato, which is a fine stone. If you have a knife that's a chef's knife, and you want to sharpen it, the correct angle, if you popped the square end of a chopstick under there, that's a really good ballpark. That's a good place to start. Pick up a knife how you normally hold it, and we'll break it down to two sides. We've got the thumb side, we'll call that the first side, and we have the finger side, the second side. So when you're starting on side one, the thumb side, start with the tip on the coarse stone after you've selected your angle, and the process is pushing. So push and no pressure on the way back. You'll need to roll up a little bit for the tip. So go from the tip to the middle, more middle, and a bit of the heel, and back to the tip and start again. So we need to keep this process up until we reach the edge, and it's a little indicator that says we've reached the edge, and that's a small piece of steel that's upturned, and we'll call this the burr. So imagine we've pushed a really fine piece of metal up and over. So now it's time to do the second side, or the side with the finger, and I like to start a bit square on for this one. So we'll select the angle. The reason why I start square on is because maybe the handle will get in the way, and this process is pulling on the way back and relaxing on the way forward. We don't want to cut on the way forward, we might cut into the stone. So it's pulling and relaxing. So pull, relax. You can hear the pitch change as well. So when you come up towards the tip, listen for that slight change in pitch to make sure that you're actually doing the tip area properly. That's finished, and now it's time to work on the middle stone, nakato. It's the same process through each stone. So we go from the tip to the middle to the heel. So checking. Beautiful. Second side, second stone, back to that pulling process. Pull, relax, pull, relax. The mistakes for the beginners are the tip and the heel. So people forget to do the heel area and forget to just elevate the knife slightly for the tip area. Just another thing about the stones, it's really important to keep them flat. So I have another very coarse stone here, and we'll use that just to flatten. So every time I use the stones, I ensure that they're dead flat, because if they have a bit of a scoop in the middle, which they do wear down after time, it's very difficult to maintain the angle. So we need to make sure we have a nice flat surface to start with. Now onto the 3000, which is the finishing stone, the shiagato. Now the reason why we use a finer grit is because every time we go up the grit, we create a better edge, but it's also a longer lasting edge as well. So the teeth pattern on the edge of the knife is much tighter, and the tighter that tooth pattern there, the longer the edge will last. So from the tip to the middle to the heel, check for the burr, and then from the heel to the middle to the tip. Final step, check for the burr, and now we need to remove that burr. It's very, very important. Final step is we have fresh water on the stone, and this is a slicing action. So we slice the water from the stone. It's very gentle. It's the same angle that we're sharpening at, so we just want the edge to touch the stone. We're basically slicing off that little burr. Okay, let's give it a wash. Now that blade should be sharp, and a good way of checking for sharpness, obviously slicing a tomato or something like that, but just angle your thumbnail at about 45 degrees, and if the knife bites into the nail, I tend to find that that knife is sharp enough to use.